in order to give better experiences or good customer experience, we need to give same seamless experience across all touch points, all the channels. But how do we achieve this? How do we create positive experience? We can understand that by focusing on the customer journey, or by mapping the customer journey, by understanding what is the journey that the user generally takes in order to meet his needs. So CX journey mapping helps in defining or designing the customer experience for an optimum positive emotional experience across all channels using CX design. So understand this. So optimum means what? It's kind of like the best experience, and it should be positive, and it should be across all the channels. So we understand the basics about customer experience, user experience, and service design, and how we can create great experiences. The core here is the customer experience. Mapping good customer experience, mapping the end-to-end customer experience can really give a lot of different insights, add value, and then this can really be used to create great products and the great experiences. So let's understand what is customer journey mapping. So the customer journey mapping is the process, that's the visual representation. So we generally try and represent in visual format that helps brands or businesses learn more about their customers. Yes, first understanding who the customers are and the journey they take when they interact with the business. And what is the journey? And journey not specifically with one touch point, but with all the touch points, across all touch points. Okay. So it is all about putting yourself in the shoes of your customers to try and understand the part or the process they follow until they get what they want from business. Fine. The idea is to find ways to perfect this process and offer a seamless customer experience and enhance a customer's or a consumer's overall experiences from start to finish. So yes, so what we try to do is we try to put ourselves in their shoes, in the shoes of our customers, and try to understand what is the journey, what is the process that they generally follow, how do they find the product, what is the process that they follow during research, and what is the other things that they do when interacting with the product. So we try to map each and everything. Okay. And the idea is to find what is the perfect way, or what could be the perfect way to deliver the product and the services, and how can we offer them seamless experience. So the process of customer journey mapping uncovers the key customers moments that, once improved, will unlock a more compelling and more valuable overall experience. Adaptive path guide to experience mapping. So here, understand this. Why do we use this customer journey map? To uncover the key customers moments, right? So all the touch points where the customer interacts with the brand and the product. And by understanding that, by understanding what is the problem, we can easily improve that. And as a result, what we get is compelling and more valuable overall experience. Customer journey maps are a visual story about how people interact with your product or a brand. They help brands gain a deep understanding of their customers and act as a bridge between business and buyers. So now let's understand these different stages of customer journey. Okay, and then later on we'll understand the benefits of this. So the customer journey, sometimes also called as the buyer's journey, refers to the experiences that people have before deciding to purchase a product or service. So yes, before the journey, and then during the journey, and then after that. So there are different stages, and depending upon what product you're working on, you can break this further or reduce the steps or the stages. So, but this is well defined, and this is something that every customer goes through. So let's understand that. So first starts with awareness, and then he moves on to the discovery and bases the interest. If he's interested, he goes and considers and then gets converted. And once he's converted, he gets some experiences post-purchase, and then depending upon his experience, he might buy additional services or take additional services from the company. Fine. So now let's understand this, how this works. So awareness is what? Awareness is this trigger. The trigger means what? So at this point, so the user gets to know that, yes, so I have a need. I want to solve certain problem. And that is the trigger point. That is where he gets aware of that need, and he gets aware in the sense that, yes, I need to solve this problem. Then the second stage is discovery. Discovery is where he goes out and explores, talks to his friends, talks to his seniors, talks to his parents, and so on. So and also goes to other places like websites, blogs and all, and tries to explore about the product, or tries to explore and see like what are the different products that can solve his problem or meet his need. And once he has done this exploration and the research, he starts making comparison. He makes comparison, does comparison, or he compares different products and services basis features, price, and other things. So he does all these things, right? And once he has done the comparison, and once he has decided, or I mean like evaluated all the products, he finalizes on buying the product or one product and one service from a company. And then he gets converted. He basically goes and purchases the product, proceeds with the payment for the product and services, and gets converted. And then he gets the product and he starts using the product. And that after that is basically what the post purchase, that is retention. So if he's happy with the customer experience, user experience, he'll stay loyal to the brand. Okay. And if not, he will move on. He will go and take service of some other company. And then if he's happy, what will happen is he will repurchase. Okay. He may buy additional products and services from the same company. That is additional purchase. And this will happen only when the customer is happy with the brand and with the product. Fine. So now we understood the basic journey of the customer. So having understanding of the customer journey is important. But how can the CX designer or the user experience designer make use of this? Okay. Now let's understand this. So once the customer experience designer, once he has an understanding of like, okay, so the buyer has this particular need or the customer has this particular need. So now in order to solve that, in order to meet his need, in order to give them the right experience and the product, so what could be done? So he tries to connect with the users, tries to understand his pain points, his problems, right? And also he explores one, yes, he talks to them in person, but apart from that, goes and does research. That's secondary research, going online, checking like what problem people are facing, what are they expecting more from the products and services. So that is basically the research work, the secondary research work. That's why it's so important. Okay, so CX designer here can focus on the problems and the pain points of the user. Here he can use big picture, industry focused content, okay, and social media, advertising, sponsorship, PR. So you can go and check different spaces and see like what are the problems that the customers are facing. Okay, and that will really help understand the big picture. And when the customer is exploring the services or the products, so what can the CX designer do? He can think about different mediums where the visibility should be there. So now if the user is online, going to different websites, comparing websites where you can compare products and services or other products. So here CX designer should think about all the different channels and the touch points where the visibility of the product should be there, right? So if you want to promote your website should rank good on Google. So good SEO should be done. And similarly, if the audience is someone who mostly goes to some portals, the visibility of your product should also be there. So understanding where the user presence is. So by understanding that, the designers can make use of those platforms where the customers are and increase the visibility of the products and services of the brand. Next is comparison. Here, user compares different products, right? So as a UX designer, what we should do is we should focus on the different solutions, okay? And also focus on how to highlight the best features of the product and solution, be it price or different features, the benefits, okay? And this can be done in a lot of different ways. You can create ebooks, free ebooks, you can create free videos, you can conduct webinars from time to time, create online events, physical events, and as an expert, you can also review different products and show that yes, your product is better than the other products in the market. Fine. And during the evaluation stage, when the user is evaluating the product or the customer is evaluating the product, here you should give them free demos. Let them test the product, test the service, give them free trials, show what it's like to work, use the product and service, demos, trials, case studies, okay? And then do the comparison again, like show them that yes, your product is better than the other competitors. And then once the customer has purchased the product, as a CX designer, we should make the contract process easy. So when he's purchasing, make it easy to buy the product. Okay. So payment process should be easy. purchase process should be easy. Begin implementing service phase, live training, recorded webinars, users guide. And once he's purchasing, make it very easy in the sense like provide them if some trainings are required, or provide them some good content that can help them understand the process and so on. So help them in making the decision during the purchase. And once he has bought the product, as a CX designer, we should focus on taking their feedback, keeping them updated about new happenings in the company with the product, brand, and so on, and send them newsletters, emails, and also sometimes call them, show them that yes, you value their relationship. Okay. And then repurchase happens only when the customer is happy with the service and the product. So in this case, as a designer, we should create an experience about how to stay in touch with the customers. So here you should look for opportunities to upgrade, expand product use, give them free trials of the next version of the product, okay, premium version, connect with them, share updates about the company with them. So a lot of different ways can be used to keep them engaged, happy, and once they are happy, they will in future either buy more products and services from the company, or they will refer the service and the product to their friends and other people.